ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a great and wonderful day. You love to see it, right? You love to see it, only because we have to take the memes a little bit with this. Guys, when you are a CEO, I think normally, to call me crazy, but I think normally if you're trying to do something and become a CEO, and your first, thing that you do is to get completely plastered and post a video of you being completely plastered and telling them, hey, this is my position, hey, you should do this. And it's normally not a good look. It normally makes you look like an idiot, an incompetent fool, and really doesn't make people want to hire you. And that's exactly what Kamala Harris did. I'm assuming that she is extremely, extremely drunk, because there's no way this is going. What is wrong with her, actually? So, we have this here. Kamala Harris consoles supporters in wildly mock remarks following post-election loss vacation. Because, yeah, that's right. She went on vacation also, by the way, which apparently cost $1.3K a night. So, that's great. I'm pretty sure all of us can afford a $1.3K vacation home or whatever, or a vacation easily per night. Because, we can do that. Oh, no, it was in Hawaii. But it goes on to say here that Vice President Kamala Harris acknowledged to her supporters Tuesday that her loss to former President Donald Trump still feels heavy, and widely mocked remarks delivered after her post-election day vacation. I know this is an uncertain time. I'm clear-eyed about that, Harris looked dejected, said during a virtual meeting with her grassroots supporters. So we're going to show you exactly what we're talking about here. So this is Kamala Harris's great field day, right? This is what Kamala Harris has a lot to talk about. But first we're going to look at some of the memes, because we want to get to some of the memes first before we get into the actual seriousness, which I question if it's really serious at all, considering the fact that, the way that she's acting.
Ever let anybody take your power from you. You have the same power that you did before November 5th. And you have the same purpose that you did. Ever let anybody take your power from you. You have the same power that you did before November 5th. And you have the same purpose that you did. Ever let anybody take your power from you.
It's hilarious, right? It's really hilarious. These are the memes that we have that are coming out, right? Because obviously she has failed the plot, right? Even Patrick Bet-David has said it's never a good idea to record a video when you're drunk, especially when applying for the CEO position of the biggest company in the world. I would agree with that. And it goes on to say, well, this is from the Democrats. The Democrats thought they should post this, right? The actual channels thought they should post this. And it didn't go well here. So let's go look what she actually has to say. The whole thing is 10 minutes, but we're not going to watch that because I don't want to murder your guys' brains, and I don't want to murder mine as well.
I just have to remind you, don't you ever let anybody take your power from you. You have the same power that you did before November 5th. And you have the same purpose that you did. And you have the same ability to engage and inspire. So don't ever let anybody or any circumstance take your power from you. I just have to remind.
Yeah, it's insane, right? What is going on here? And of course, in the comments specifically down here, it says Jack Posobiec saying, "Holy shit, she's hosed. She sounds and looks extremely drunk. Is putting her on when she's clearly drunk really appropriate? Be honest. Is she drunk? Have you been drinking? You lost. Go away. Ma'am, they're melting down and shaving their heads on TikTok. I think they know their power is gone. My God, someone please take that drunk to an AA meeting fast. This is our current sitting president. The she holds the second highest position in the country. It's quite alarming." So, yeah, it's like she's just getting roasted. Granted, this is from the right, but it doesn't look better. It looks more like exhaustion than drunkenness. It says, "Ma'am, how much have you have to drink? Just 2 drinks, Ossifer." It's terrible. She looks like she's absolutely drunk. And Donald Trump Jr. says this, which I actually kind of agree with some of the sentences he's saying here. Is saying like she wasted $1.5 billion to lose in a landslide, not win a single swing state, and lose the popular vote. Now, or how about we give presidential candidates a fixed and equal amount of money and see how they spend it? Run it like a business seems like a fitting test to be president. I actually agree with this 100%. I think that president should have a fixed amount of money, either per month, per week, per month, per every few months, etc. Because I think this will be better. Because that means, like, okay, we get to see if you're really over budgeting or overspending this amount of money, and you're putting it into good things, or you're not doing that and you're bringing it to actual good things. So I think that's a very, very good idea of this. And again, I'm not going to show the full 10-minute video, because if I did, your guys' brains would melt and mine would melt. And I don't think that's good for anybody. But what we have here is this is from Rusty saying, Dem strategist James Carville absolutely obliterates Kamala's progressive staffers who kept Harris from doing the Joe Rogan interview. I would tell them, not only am I not interested in your effing opinion, I'm not even going to call you by your name. You're 23 years old. I don't really give a S what you think. Well, anyway, shit. But, I think try to be more family friendly on this channel, guys. So it goes on to say.
I probably was thinking about going on Joe Rogan's show, and a lot of the younger progressive staffers pitched a hissy fit. Supposedly the campaign said that wasn't the term de facto, but they did. When you put a campaign together and you hire young people to do work, let me tell you exactly what you tell these people, what I would tell them. Not only am I not interested in your fucking opinion, I'm not even going to call you by your name. You're 23 years old. I don't really give a shit what you think. And let me tell you another huge error, huge fucking error this made, is when people said campaigns need to reflect progressive values. No, they don't. No, they don't. Campaigns are authoritarian by their nature. And if I were running a 2028 campaign and I had some little snot-nosed 23-year-old saying, I'm going to resign if you don't do this, not only would I fire that motherfucker on the spot, I would find out who hired them and fire that person on the spot. I'm really not interested in your uninformed, stupid, jackass opinion as to whether you go on Joe Rogan or not.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think Joe Rogan immensely helped Donald Trump, because Joe Rogan is a podcast that is usually just for center of the road people, right? I mean, most people that watch Joe Rogan, it's just like common, normal conversation. There's not really very much politics there. And when you watch it, you're reaching out to the masses. And if you have these liberals, these insane people, young bucks, they're saying like, oh, well, don't go on the Joe Rogan podcast. He's a communist. It's like, listen, we got to do everything we can in our power to actually win here. We spent millions to hundreds of millions of dollars on these celebrities, and that didn't work. Which, by the way, this hurts the Democrats later on for using any type of celebrity at all, because now the people know that, like, you paid celebrities to actually go and support you, and that's just the fact. We know that the Democrats pay celebrities to go for them, right? To support Kamala Harris. So when you ever have a celebrity go on the Democratic side, how much are they being paid, right? Are they being paying $500K like Al Sharpton or Oprah, or are they being paying $1 million like some others? Like, what is really going on here, right? Technically, Oprah got paid $1 million, but that's beside the point, right? Like, it's like you have messed up the celebrity point of it all, and Democrats are going to have a very hard time getting that back, because, well, that's just been destroyed because you allow that to happen. And you have a lot of these insane people. Like, the problem with our country and the way we have with these kids nowadays is that they're all super sensitive. Back in my day, we said every stupid thing in the book, and we never got offended by it. You know, like, I know some of these kids probably don't even understand this or even remember this, but I remember sitting next to a couch and roasting my friends or my family or etc. of how bad they were doing. Or when somebody jumped a pyramid or something and they blew up in midair, right? And laughing hysterically. Like, the rest of some of these wokies, these idiots, will cry and like, don't laugh at me, you're offending me. It's like, I'm sorry that you blew up in midair while you jumped, and that was bloody hilarious. But, like, again, you're trying to cater to the small denominator, the minority of people that they're honestly broken mentally, and this probably will cost their election. Like, you honestly think that they did it, you're insane. And of course, we have this too, where the DNC union launches GoFundMe to help former staffers hit by massive layoffs after election losses. So, why would you want to go and support Kamala Harris or any other Democrat when they spent $1.5 billion and they couldn't even pay their staff, right? The union representing members of the Democratic National Committee launched a GoFundMe to raise money for staffers who were abruptly laid off last week, prompting backlash from those still on the DNC payroll who described the cuts as a betrayal of party values. The GoFundMe created by the DNC union seeks to raise $25,000 to assist staff impacted by the layoffs following their losses in the 2024 election. So, yeah, like, guys, like, look at this. Like, it's insane. So, even when we want to go, I will look it for you guys. I'll go into this for you. DNC GoFundMe, and this was 7 days ago, and it's not a joke. They're only 73% up, and they have 18,311 raised. The Democratic Party is in complete shambles, alright? It's in complete shambles, and I don't know what else to tell people, right? I don't know what else to tell people, and like, it's funny enough that they like, that you can't even see the comments here. So that's what I'm talking about. Anonymous, $1,000, anonymous. Like, who's giving these people money, by the way? Who's giving people this money? That's another kind of like a certain thing. I understand that like you can't put anonymous on GoFundMe, right? I know you don't want to be exposed, but it really is insane. And the fact that they're having to do a GoFundMe to pay for the staff because Kamala Harris and the DNC in general wasted it is insane to me. The Democrats are done. Kamala Harris needs to just get out of the presidency and stop drinking. Maybe she should probably go to an advocacy or whatever that, maybe would deal with people that have a alcohol problem, because obviously she needs it because it ain't looking good. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care, my friends.
I'm disgusted by what I see in public. Even people closest to us can't be trusted. This is algorithmic disease, the social media.